Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's start. Good afternoon, everyone. We are Ajanta Solutions Group. We have Camila, Laura, Matthew, and Talia. And today we'll show how our CRM strategy transforms Ajanta packaging from a reactive supplier to a strategic and customer-centric partner. We'll cover Ajanta's challenges, our recommended CRM approach, and a roadmap for implementation. All questions will be answered at the end of the presentation. Ajanta's strength has always been high volume production, not relationship insight. They serve food, beverage, pharmaceutical, and cosmetics, but internal communication is soiled. Sales, productions, finance, and customer service operate independently, leading to misalignment and inconsistent customer experience. Dependence on CF Foods, which contributes 15% of the revenue, has created a power imbalance. Their slow payments and low margins strain Ajanta's cash flow. And the root cause is clear: no centralized CRM system. Without one, Ajanta can't forecast demand, evaluate customer value, or proactively manage relationships. So in this slide, we're going to talk a little bit about India's glass bottle industry. The packaging market in India is expanding rapidly from 16.5 billion in 2015, and it's expected to double by 2020. But growth comes with rising pressure, higher energy costs, raw materials, validity, and customer demands for reliability and sustainability. For mid-sized firms like Ajanta, CRM becomes a differentiator. It enhances service quality, improves coordination, and increases responsiveness, critical in a competitive and cost-effective industry. CRM is a tool that allows Ajanta to meet modern customer expectations.
Okay, so going over Ajanta's CRM issues and problems, we identified three different categories: people, process, and technology. In regards to people, teams operate in silos. There's little transparency across functions and no unified customer view. Relating to process is the customer data lives in spreadsheets, emails, and individual teams. There is no structured forecasting, segmentation, or account planning. Technology, there's no integrated CRM. Systems don't talk to one another, which shows slow responses and creates operational blind spots. The result is reactive problem solving, unpredictable order cycles, and inefficient customer management. We identify the best framework moving forward. So for our CRM framework, it's built around three simple ideas. The first is the customer segmentation. We suggest Alanta's group customers in platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. This helps Ajanta see which customers need more attention, which one drives the most value, and which one shows and follows standard service. It keeps the business focused on the right relationships. Secondly is the key account management. For important customers like SR Foods, Ajanta needs a more structured plan. This means regular check-ins, shared forecasting, and clear expectations. CAM helps Ajanta protect margins, improve communication, and build a more balanced partnership. The third is the CRM-driven processes. This is where technology helps every department work together. CRM connects sales, production, finance, and customer service, so everyone sees the same information in real time. This also automates reminder, tracks orders, and keep customer records organized. When the three parts work together, segmentation, CAM, and CRM supported processes, Ajanta becomes more organized, productive, and better at managing customer relationships. Our CRM also represents a shift from transactional selling to strategic relationship building. Our vision for Ajanta is created in trust-based partnerships empowered by shared data, cross-functional visibility, stronger forecasting, faster response times, more consistent service delivery. And this helps Ajanta manage value, not only in their customer, but strengthening profitability and long-term loyalty. We recommend that a tiered segmentation strategy, which is categorized by platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. The first one, platinum, is the high-value strategic accounts like SR Foods. They require dedicated key account managers and collective business planning. Then we go to the gold, which is stable, mid to high value customers, and they benefit from regular reviews and predictive service support. Then we have the silver, which is medium value clients supported efficiently through standardized workflows and a CRM self-service portal. Then lastly, we have the bronze, which is small to high risk clients who should receive standardized service with strict payment terms. This ensures Ajanta invests resources where value and strategic importance is at most highest.
Okay, my name is Mateo, and I'm going to be talking about managing platinum accounts. These are the high value accounts. SF Foods is a perfect example of a platinum account requiring structured key account management. Over time, the partnership shifted from mutual growth to dependency. SF is the one driving pricing, payment terms, and expectations. A formal CAM framework helps restore balance. It will include things like joint forecasting, quarterly executive alignment, cost index pricing, shorter payment cycles, with an example being from 30 to 45 days, structured performance reviews, and CAM protects Ajanta while deepening strategic customer partnerships. In this slide, we're talking about CRM-driven business processes. CRM links every touch point in the customer lifecycle. These include sales, service, production, delivery, and finance. All share one customer record. Predictive analytics highlight delays or risks early. Automated workflows ensure timely follow-ups. Order status becomes visible from end to end. Customer issues are tracked and resolved consistently, meaning that this integration delivers a more reliable, predictable, and professional customer experience. All right, in this slide, we're talking about technology stack recommendations. Our recommended approach is a hybrid CRM model. It includes HubSpot for operational CRM and workflow automation. And then we get on to Salesforce and Microsoft Dynamics 365 or Microsoft Dynamics 365 for forecasting, dashboards, and analytics. These would include custom client portals for order tracking, service requests, and delivery visibility. There's also NPS tracking and sentiment analytics to monitor customer experience. Ajanta gains simplicity for day-to-day users and powerful analytics for its leadership.
Hi guys, I'm going to talk about the phase implementation plan. To ensure smooth adoption, we recommend a three-phase plan. Phase 1 would be 0 to 3 months, which would audit customer data, map workflows, define CRM requirements, and prepare and clean data. Phase 2, which would be 4 to 6 months, would deploy CRM systems, integrate with ERP, train employees, and roll out segmentation. And phase 3 would be 7 to 12 months, which would evaluate KPIs such as CLV, margins, and NPS, refine dashboards, establish governance for continuous improvement. This phase approach would lower risk and maximize adoption. And now for quantifying CRM value, industry benchmarks show that Ajanta can expect a 15 through 20% improvement in working capital due to faster payments, a 10 to 15 reduction in service costs through automation, and a 2 to 3% increase in profit margins from better account prioritization, better forecast and accuracy, and inventory planning. These improvements deliver real, measurable impact on profitability and operations. And finally, for partnering for long-term value, our CRM roadmap helps Agenta evolve into a proactive leader in the glass packaging market with strong segmentation, CAM discipline, and the right technology stack. Agenta strengthens customer trust, improves profitability, and builds long-term competitiveness.
Our final message is simple. CRM is a value management, not just a customer management. Without our recommended CRM framework, Ajanta can turn relationships into long-term revenue and strategic advantage. Thank you, and we welcome your questions.
Thanks, team. Well, thank you for the presentation and thanks for inviting the buying team to hear this wonderful information and your recommendations. My name's Tim, and I have with me here Edwin and David as part of the buying team. And as we were going through here, we were just jotting down a few questions, so we'll answer them at this time. We'll ask them at this time. So you mentioned on one of the previous slides that implementing the CRM and ERP will have a positive effect possibly on the delayed payments from 45 to 30 as SF has kind of taken more control of those payments and they become more delayed. So basically, how exactly will your CRM and ERP integration solve that problem? And what process changes internally do you have to make to ensure that happens?
Yes, thank you for the question. I think the integration will allow for a real-time visibility of the order statuses as well as the delivery confirmations and the invoice aging. The automated reminders and workflows will reduce the manual follow-ups, and internally, it will also standardize the order entry processes. It will also enforce the timely invoice generation and assign clear ownership to finance and the sales for monitoring the payments compliance.
Oh, thank you. That's perfect.
Yeah, good job. Good job on the presentation. I have a question of my own. I have a few questions. I'll just start off with my first question. What specific things would cause FS Foods to move up or down a customer tier, and who at Agenta would be responsible for managing and deciding these tiers? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was just going over my notes. So the tier movement is based on annual revenue contribution, which will determine on payment reliability, strategic importance, and margin performances. So the customer will govern whether it's the sales director, finance lead, or operational manager. It should meet those quarterly releases and those tiers to enforce accountability.
Thank you.
Thanks. I think that's important that you get the senior stakeholders involved. So that's going to be important when determining who to upgrade or downgrade. But I think your criteria is spot on. Annual revenue, just spot on there. I do have a question. So you didn't mention predictive forecasting, I believe, in one of your slides. So what data are you pulling in that you have in order to ensure that the requirements for the forecasting are met and that they actually work? Basically, what data do you have right now that you're going to integrate?
So the data that we have is historical and it's based off the past volumes, the seasonal patterns, the production lead times, and the raw material availability. We also had the payment timelines and the customer specific demand fluctuations. So we pulled the data from the historical orders, so that way we have some clean structured data from the ERP, so we have more accurate forecasting in the future.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Regarding data, I wanted to know a little bit about the KPIs. How will Agenta track inside of the CRM to measure account health, and how do these KPIs tie into the profitability that expand the margin?
Well, for the key KPIs that will help Agenta track this would be the customer lifetime value, the CLV, the margins per account, on-time deliveries, the DSO, which are the days sales outstanding, complaint frequency, and forecast accuracy. The higher account health correlates to predictable orders, reduce service costs, and it will probably improve the pricing leverage.
Any more questions for the team? Edwin?
Yes, I have one more last question. So key management, it's very imperative for this. So who from Agenta will meet with SF Foods? How often? What reporting will be used for the meetings, dashboards, etc.?
That's a great question that I can answer. So it would be executive sponsorship, and it'll include quarterly executive business reviews with the sales director, operations lead, and finance manager. This will make sure they're all on the same page. Dashboards should include sales trends, forecast accuracy, service failures, payment aging, and margin performance to enable transparent discussions. Again, this is so everybody will be on the same page and there won't be miscommunication. And the quarterly reviews will keep everybody at the same level.
Good, thank you.
Great question.
One more question on my end, tying in a little bit to the KPIs. You mentioned your tech stack recommendation includes HubSpot, Salesforce, Microsoft. My question is, why a hybrid, and what problem does each system solve? And why these systems and not other systems? What's the difference between this system, and what risk does this introduce?
That's a great question. The reason we would do it that way is because they each provide a different benefit to the company. Example would be HubSpot provides strong operational CRM functions, things like task management, automation, and communication tracking, while things like Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics provide superior analytics, forecasting, and customization. This would mean that you get the benefits of both systems, but it doesn't come without risk. The risk would include integration complexity, data duplication might be slightly more expensive, and it could mean a longer implementation time, but the payoff we think would be worth it. Are there any other questions?
Got it. Well,
None on
not on my
my
end. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was great. No, that's
All right.
fantastic. Thank you for the presentation and thank you for allowing
Thank
us
you,
to
guys.
include
Thank
these
you.
For your
considerations.
questions.